Hello, everybody. We are back. My beautiful furries and my scalies and my I don't know, bondage enthusiasts and everybody out there. Fucking,
Everyone
we're
in
we're
between.
here. Everybody in between. If you like to dress up like a fox and fuck other people who are furry, or you like to dress up as an alligator and fuck other people who are dressed up like salamanders, or you like to just be tied up and there's a word for it. There's a word for it in Japanese that I learned recently, but now I can't remember it.
Kusa.
No,
It's not
usa,
Kusa.
it's not kusa. Kusa is grass, I think.
Big Kusa.
Anyway, big kusa. Fucking whatever. Anyway, we're back, everybody. Hello, I'm Elliot. You know my fucking voice by now. I'm here with Skylar. You should know his voice by now.
I'm the other voice.
He's the other voice. We have two voices on this podcast, and if you don't recognize one of us, then this might be your first episode. And hello, welcome to the show. This is
It's the
Midwest
perfect
Scum.
episode to start on because it's the beginning of a new arc.
Yes, exactly. Arc 3. We took a big break without telling you because that's our style. We just like to fucking not do the show for a while without any announcement.
We let the creative juices digest a bit. I mean, there's only so much you can do once a week for about an hour or so.
Exactly. It's a big creative toll on the brain and on the psyche and on, if you make anything in your life, then you know what it takes. It takes energy. It takes a lot of energy to make things. And I ran out of energy. That last episode was, it was golden. It was
so
top
good
tier.
that we had to stop for a couple weeks and just reflect. That was the only way that we could really truly comprehend. We have to digest the work in the same way that you're like, your stomach acid digests food. It's, if you eat a lot of the good stuff at once, you have to really reflect on it for a long time.
That's right. You think Van Gogh did all of his paintings back to back, week after week? No, he didn't. He took time in between doing Starry Night and then doing Sunflowers in a Vase and then doing Self-Portrait After I Cut Off My Ear. I think that's the title of it. I'm obviously a huge Van Gogh fan. For all you art enthusiasts out there, you know what I'm talking about.
And for you real art enthusiasts out there, I'm really big into Joe Rogan. So
Me too. God damn it.
That dude is a prophet. He's
too.
been recording, he's 5 years ahead. Everything that he records, it's 5 years prior.
Yeah. Big
he just
props.
knows what's going to happen. He's like the Oracle of Delphi.
The Oracle? Wow, that's a nice, dude. Nice. Good poll there.
Oh,
Oracle
thanks.
of Delphi.
He just knows. He
Fucking
knows.
A.
He has seen the face of God, and he is, bowed to it, and whatever, he has given his penance unto God. And he knows the future, and so he's been able to record his podcast 5 years in advance. That's why it's such a prolific podcast,
It really is. It's fantastic. That's what happens when you do DMT, you guys. You just fucking become a goddamn genius. But you know what Joe Rogan hasn't done that I have, and that's cocaine.
And made a good beer.
Yeah. Yeah, you had that one. You actually had the alcoholic CBD Killcliff thing.
Yeah, it
right?
had a picture of it. I only bought it because I had a picture of his face. The famous one.
Yeah.
It's the Joe Rogan Experience, the talking head, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it had that on, and I was like, man, yeah. I bet that's pretty good. And I saw it had CBD in it, and I was like, oh, that's great. And it was also
nice.
alcoholic.
Fucking A, dude. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I've only had the energy drink version of it that doesn't have CBD or alcohol in it. And it's pretty tasty. It's alright. It's pretty good. Pineapple jalapeno, solid combo in flavor profile and shit, but I haven't had the real one, apparently. Like you have, so...
It gave me bumps on my tongue. For a solid week. And it could have been anything. It could have been something else, maybe. But that was like the only thing unusual in my diet that I had that week. And then I had bumps on my tongue.
Yeah. Your usual diet of fried green tomatoes every day. Like, that probably wasn't what caused it. It had to be the Joe Rogan drink that fucked you up. Like... Because you eat those every day. I see you have a plate of fried green tomatoes right in front of you,
I do love me some fried green tomatoes.
Yeah.
Pick them out of my great grandmammy's patch every morning.
Fucking makes me sick.
When they're in season.
God damn it. Well,
love you, great grandmammy.
Yeah, shout out to great grandmammy. I don't know her name. I'm not going to pretend like I know who she is. I'm sorry.
I don't even know her name. She's great grandmammy.
Great grandmammy. My great-grandmammy was a straight-on British bitch, so shout out to Grandma.
Yeah, you did do that 23andMe bullshit, right?
Yeah, well, I did Ancestry.com.
Okay, right. So you gave your DNA to the feds.
Yes, I did. I gave my DNA willingly to the feds, and it's in the final step of analyzing right now. I know I think I mentioned that I sent it off like last episode, and it takes 5 or 6 weeks, and we're in the final step of it now. So I don't have the results yet, but they sent me the email that was like, hey, we extracted your DNA, and we're looking it over, and we can tell how big your dick is from the DNA sample, and the next email we send is going to have your exact dick size and girth measurements, because that's what we can tell from your DNA. And I was like, well, okay, that's a bit personal, but I guess, that's what happens when you send your spit in to a company and tell them to, like, hey, I want to find out what my fucking ancestors did and ate and where they came from. But they have to know your dick
size first. They have to know the
They
girth.
have to know your dick size. That's part of it. So...
Shit.
I guess.
I read at one point that it was better for men to lie about their dick size because it would bring the average down, therefore bring the real average up. Because, that's the way you do it, right? It's like, hey, baby, I got a fucking 5-inch hog here in this pant.
Baby.
And, maybe it's only 5.5 inches, but...
Well, you tell her.
Who the fuck has
7.
a ruler on them at all times?
Yeah, right. I mean,
have you tried using that? There's a thing on the iPhone you can use.
Yes, I did it. Yeah, I fucking did it,
and it's not accurate at all.
No, it is not.
Not that I measured my cock with it, but
I 100% measured my cock with it, dude. And I got it to where like you used forced perspective to say it's like 8 inches, and I was like, yeah, dude. I almost took a screenshot of it. And was like, look at that. I have an 8-inch
made it
hog,
my Tinder
dog.
profile pic. Like, these bitches want 6.5 feet. I give them 7.5 inches.
Yeah, I'm only 5'7", but I have according to my iPhone measurement app, I have an 8-inch hog, bitch. So what's up, It makes me feel good. I know it's not accurate and forced perspective and things like that.
It definitely won't make you feel good.
Convert it to centimeters, and it's like that's a bigger number. Makes me feel a lot better.
How much is that in Celsius?
I don't know, like 20 something degrees Celsius. That's like 10 degrees Fahrenheit or something. I don't know what the fuck.
It's a bit more. I think that's a bit more than... I only bring it up because it's been so goddamn hot here in the Midwest.
Oh my God,
we're the Midwest scumbags.
Dude.
We gotta complain about this shit. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, it's been ridiculous. And everybody says global warming doesn't exist. Come on, bro. I fucking...
Look outside, bro. Look outside.
It's disgusting.
Stand outside for 15 minutes. Do some hard labor. Dig a ditch.
Oh, man.
And this fucking shit, oh my god, it's so bad.
Yep. You see, everybody complains about, like, the road work here in the good old MO, and it's like, you've got guys on the highway who are just standing around. There's maybe one guy doing work. Well, yeah, because it's fucking 1,000 degrees outside, and, like, they're in full-on protective vests. Not protective, reflective vests and like hard hats. You gotta take shit.
Breaks, like
yeah, dude.
Like,
and there
might
no
be five.
shade.
Like there might be one guy digging the hole and 5 guys standing around, but those dudes all switch out like once every 10 to 15 minutes because
that's hard fucking work.
That's hard work, and it sucks.
Shout out to all the road
this one's to all my fucking dudes that work on the highway, work on the road, everything. You guys are great.
They
complain about
out
you
there
on the radio
picking up litter. Yeah, they do, but fuck them. They're fucking radio jockeys. What the fuck do they know? They're doing the job that we're doing right now, except they can't say fuck.
Except they get paid a lot more.
Yeah, and they get paid a lot more. Yeah. yeah, they get paid a lot more. But, you know, they don't have the freedom to say shit that I'm saying right now. They can't say shit. You can't say shit on the radio, man.
You gotta have a
Fuck
dude
the
like
FCC.
Specifically, like you have to have a producer or whatever on site to be ready to put that bleep in live. We don't do that live. We do everything after the fact.
Yeah, we don't censor shit on the fly. We censor shit post, and even then, we hardly censor anything.
Barely. So, the only thing we censored that one thing, but it wasn't even anything at all, right?
Are you gonna tell the truth, the deep truth on this podcast
I can't come clean. Not this podcast. No, we're not in that arc yet.
No,
we have to wait for the next true crime arc.
Yeah, this isn't the arc that we come out with all the dirty secrets of the podcast. This is the arc where we continue to lie to you.
Like all of our thumbnails are stolen.
Yeah.
We don't credit artists, even though we claim to be artists.
We have made all of those thumbnails. All like 5 of them so far have been created by us. And
you did credit the AI for that intro the last episode, right?
Yeah, I did have to credit them because, like, I felt bad. I could have probably gotten away with not doing it, but, you know, whatever. I guess. It's hard to say that, like, it would have been hard to claim that I took Rise from Persona 4 and found
allegedly.
Yeah. Where she said, I'm a real scumbag senpai. Like, that doesn't happen in Persona 4G. So...
You know how hard it is to find voice clips of scumbag?
It's pretty, it's actually difficult. Not super hard. It's not super hard. It's actually a really popular word that I picked specifically because it is a pretty popular word.
Because it picked up by the algorithm.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, I don't fucking know. I don't know, dude. It's a real popular word in anime, at least. So, and there's a Japanese word for it, but I haven't looked it up. Surprisingly, I haven't figured out what exactly it is. But it pops up a lot in my anime that I watch, and I've been watching a lot of anime because I've been hella depressed. And that's the real truth, and we're coming out with the truth in this. This is the truth arc. It is actually the truth arc. I'm lying about it not being the truth arc.
It's Truth Island.
Truth Island, where we only tell the truth. We are impeccable with our words.
We can't say anything that isn't the truth. It's Truth Island.
Truth Island, motherfucker. Okay, alright. I have to write that down real quick. Anyway, fucking, speaking of anime, dude, new season, new summer season, I meant to talk about it, and, I didn't last episode, because I forget what the fuck we even talked about last episode. New season of anime. Let me find it. I wrote down a list of the things that I'm stoked on coming up. So bear with me for a second here.
My Hero Academia.
As I find it. No, that's not coming out this July. Not yet.
What about One Punch Man? It's still going, right?
I'm sure it's still going, but it's not out in anime yet. I'm sure they're probably animating it right now.
As we speak.
As we speak, there's somebody animating One Punch Man Season 3 right now. Right now. Overlord Season 4. Devil is a Part-Timer Part 2 is coming out. That's pretty sick. I'm stoked on that, but it's like we fucking watched that back in 2015.
That was one of those that was a thing that was like, it was like they put the first season out so people would read the manga, right? Like that's a thing.
Oh, is that what happened? Because I did not read the manga.
I mean, I thought that was just a thing they did with like Spice and Wolf, right? That's one that was like a one season, but the anime or the manga is still going, or
probably
maybe it's finished. I don't know, but it's one of those ones that's like it got one season and it was done.
That sounds
just so that it could sell more, of the manga.
Yeah. That sounds right. It seems like something I probably would have gotten into Spice and Wolf if I watched it, but I have not watched it, so sorry.
Did Elfen Lied? No, I don't think I think Elfen Lied was just like a one and done. That would be one that would be kind of like that. It would be like, I'm interested enough to continue this, even if it's only in the manga form.
Yeah, I wish I could remember more of Elfen Lied. I just know it was like fucking crazy, super sad orphan girls, and then they had like magical invisible hands, and that was like their power, was that they just had arms that would shoot out like from their back.
Gory, just for the sake of being gory.
It was great. Like the whole opening first sequence is just like main chick who's naked and she's just tearing people apart with her magical invisible arms, like fucking brutal and insane, but it was like you got to see her titties, so that was cool. That kept me interested.
That was episode 1.
That was literally like, the first part of episode 1, and then it got into like, oh, here's the main character guy who looks like every other main character protagonist of an anime, where it's just the basic.
They do all really look the same.
They really do. If you put up a compilation of all the like main character dudes, especially of like main character rom-com harem anime protagonists, they all look the fucking same. So it just generic enough for like anybody to connect with them. I think that's the main point. I think that's why they look like everybody, so that you can connect to them. Like, if I took off my glasses, I could be like, yeah, I kind of look like the main dude from High School DxD if I had longer hair, but, he looks like the same fucking dude of pretty much any of the other ones. Any of the other ones. I don't have
any of the other ones, any of the other millions of anime that exist.
If he has dark hair and he sits in like the back left desk of high school in the god seat, then yeah, they all look the same. They all look the same.
There is a certain anime character that looks specifically like you. I mean, it's always the same. They have the glasses, they have the shaggy hair, and they have like a really mysterious persona. Not persona in the sense of the game, because I'm going to get into that right now.
No, we could talk a lot about Persona and Persona 5 Joker and how much I've connected to his fucking character as a person, but we're not going to talk about that.
With Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
Oh, well, I have.
As have many others. Gamers. Now is the time. If you're hearing this message, you need to rise up.
What do you get when you cross a young gamer and a society that doesn't care about him? You, you get what you fucking deserve. That's the punchline. Where the fuck was I? What was I saying? Rent-A-Girlfriend season 2 is dropping. That's the next one.
I have seen nothing of that except for the 2 scenes that have been memed to death. Probably know what I'm talking about.
Probably. I watched all of season 1. That's a good show. It makes me feel. Yeah, it makes me feel good because I have not paid a woman to pretend to be my girlfriend. So that is the
over
little
and over
bit.
Again. The dude does it all the time. He spends a lot of money on her, doesn't he?
Legitimately, the definition of a simp. He literally pays her to go out and hang out at a cafe and buy her coffee. That's. They go to an aquarium and he pays for everything, and then he pays for her to hang out with him. So,
but she's getting railed by a dude in a beret, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Sorry if that's a spoiler for that. I've seen that. I've seen that scene. I've also seen the one that's been going around where it's me and Mizuhara's underwear making out right now, and he's just watching his underwear and her underwear in the dryer, and he says that. That's his actual words.
Wow.
Our
that might
underwear
be a new
are
episode.
Making out.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes of season 2 so far. It makes me sad. It makes me feel really bad for the protagonist, dude.
He incredibly bad himself. Apparently,
he really does.
He cucks himself.
He really does. He makes himself a cuck, dude. It's absolutely brutal. And in one aspect, it's at least he's interacting with females. That's kind of nice. But he's paying for it, so it's I don't know, man. I have mixed feelings about it. In some aspects, it's I'm kind of jealous of him, and then other aspects, it's wow, I'm really glad I'm not him. It's a very... very mixed bag of emotions when I watch that show, but the production quality is fantastic. So
sure, it looks
good. Give it a shot, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. This other title is My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex. That seems like it would be a fun show. Maybe, probably. If your stepmom's daughter was your ex-girlfriend. That would be silly. Probably full of hijinks and things. And I don't know. Anime's fucking insane, dude. It's ridiculous, obviously.
It's weird how much they get away with.
Yeah.
Let them
it is.
Get away with a lot of shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that kind of shit.
My stepmom's daughter is my ex.
And that's the plot of the show, I guess. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna watch it because I bet it's pretty funny, or it's real fucking stupid. I don't know. Who knows? So maybe check that
both.
one out.
It's better when it's both.
It is better when it's both.
I like it when it's self-aware, but not so self-aware that it calls itself out.
What's the last one? The last one on my list is it wrong to try to pick up girls in a dungeon season 4, aka Danmachi?
Season 4. Wow. Yeah. I can't believe that
4.
one made to season 4.
Yeah, dude. I think I've watched season 1 and 2. I haven't watched season 3. And then season 4 is dropping. But it seems cool. All I know about that show is that Hestia is Bestia. And the main dude is like Loki in disguise, and it has a lot of
Is he a cute anime boy?
He is. He's a white hair anime boy, so, which is cool. I've always wanted white hair. I always think that's a very sexy trait, but like in real life, having white hair is actually not as sexy as it looks in anime. They make it look real cool, and I don't think it's actually cool in real life. I think it looks kind of fucking stupid, so. But whatever. It's because I've never had white hair. If I had white hair, I'd probably have a different appreciation of it. But I don't. I never have, and I probably never will. Not until I'm like 50, and then I'll have the full. I'll be like a silver fox, and I can say like, hey, look at me. Now I'm like the protagonist of Mushishi. And that guy was dope. That guy was a cool dude. So. I don't know. Whatever. That was my list of new anime.
In actuality, he'll just be a silver-haired fox that buys lottery tickets. Because that's the real truth for us Midwest scumbags.
Is I'll finally get into the lottery. Like I'll stop buying cigarettes and I'll start buying lottery tickets. That'll be my thing. That'll be my art.
And you'll joke with the guy every time. You're like, I stopped buying cigarettes years ago. I'm still spending the same amount on fucking lottery tickets because I'm fucking stupid.
As you're talking to the gas station clerk and you're like, yeah, man, I gotta compensate for my tiny dick somehow. You know what I'm saying? And it's eventually I'll hit the fucking lottery. But until then, I'm going to keep pumping money into the fucking system. And
I'm going to keep saying the same shit to you every single fucking day I come in. That's the real truth. Unfortunately, we all don't become super badass anime protagonists with white hair like Dante from Devil May Cry or Virgil from Devil May Cry.
Two solid examples of white-haired anime protagonists. Those are good. Those are deep cuts, dude. Good. Fuck. Goddamn. Yeah, dude.
Unfortunately, that is our end. That is the end game of the Midwest scumbag.
Yes, it is.
As much as we like to diversify our portfolio, we
As much as I'm a fucking weeb and just like want to absorb everything Japanese, like the truth is that going back at least 5 or 6 generations, my fucking family has been in the Midwest, dude. Like I did do a little scrolling in Ancestry.com and went back through at least the Sherwood line. And you look at, like, they don't have a ton of records back then, but they do have, like, a majority of it is, like, census records, which is actually kind of cool to see, like, what they asked families. There was always, like, back in, like, 1945, and there was a question of, like, how many people are in the house? Can they read and write? And it was like, oh, they were still tracking, like, literacy was not as, I want to say diverse, but, like, well, not everybody was, like, literate still, even back in, like, the 40s, and then, going back to the 30s and the 20s, and then you get into, like, the gold rush times of when people started expanding west into the Louisiana Purchase and shit like that, and people still couldn't read and write and stuff, but we had census takers out there taking names and numbers of people in the household, and I don't know, but a good majority of my family, at least 5 or 6 generations back so far, I haven't done a lot of diving, but they were all born in either Oklahoma or Missouri or Kansas or I think I had one guy who was born in Georgia or something. So that's kind of cool. That's fun. I haven't dived into it super deeply yet, but I want to, and I'm going to, and eventually I'm going to share my entire genealogic record on the podcast for everybody to know. That's the whole point.
We gotta
of this
get it
podcast.
out there.
That, yeah, everybody has to know. You know, they have to know who I am and where I came from. And so far, I've just been a fucking Midwest scumbag my entire goddamn life, and my whole ancestry has been in the fucking Midwest. So, you know, whatever. Like, it's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. I thought it would be a little bit more exciting, but no. Just fucking corn-fed, fucking chicken-raising motherfuckers. That's probably why I eat eggs every single fucking day, dude. That's one of the few foods that, like, agrees 1,000% with my body. I have no problems eating eggs every single day. It's just great. It's just good. You know, I have no problems with it. Not like tomatoes. Tomatoes fuck me up now. And I feel like that's an ancestry. It's an ancestry thing. I don't fucking know. Oh, wow. It's stupid. But
you have no problem with taking the lives of innocent chickens, but something that just grows on a vine, you're fine. Innocent chickens. You're fine with just being like, nah. Yeah, they're innocent. They're innocent in all this.
They're not innocent. Chickens are fucking monsters. They deserve to be eaten. They're awful, dumb little things, and their eggs are just so good. They just taste. They taste.
Yeah, they
good.
Taste so good.
They
like,
taste
that's the
so
bad part
good.
about it. Like, you're right about everything else, but man, goddamn, they're fucking like unfertilized babies taste so fucking delicious.
God. Oh, God, it's so good, dude. I mix one into my protein shake every morning, and then I usually cook 2 up, scrambled with some rice. That is, like, the perfect goddamn meal, dude.
And they're like, you keep your chickens all in free range, you know, grass-fed. Like, they don't know their death. They don't understand. They don't know what death is, much like every other chicken on this planet. They understand what their death is going to be because they're all in, like, little tiny cages.
Yeah. Little tiny-ass brains. They don't fucking know what's going on. That's why they eat corn all the time. They think it's cool. Or, I don't know what chicken feed is made up of. I think it's probably corn, but they eat corn. And then maybe that's why they taste so good. It's because corn is fattening and full of sugar, and it's just like empty calories or something. I don't know. I'm not a dietitian. It tastes good. It tastes good. It tastes good. It looks good. There's a multitude of meals that you can make with chicken and eggs. It's fantastic. It's like the perfect fucking food. So whatever. I don't know.
I don't have to feel bad for the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki over it. It's just good, harmless fun.
Just good, harmless fun. Eating chickens and eating their unfertilized babies. It's just harmless fun, ladies and gentlemen. That's the stance we take on this podcast. Anyway, welcome to the show. That was the intro.
That was the past 35 minutes, but nothing but intro.
Woo!
We've made it.
I tell you what, we've been working on it, dude. I've been fucking. Yeah, I haven't had any fucking creative energy in me in the last couple of weeks. It's been fucking stupid. It's been ridiculous. I haven't even been playing video games. Like, earlier I was just playing, I've been playing Tiny Tina. That's like the only game I've played in the last month. I guess I played a little bit of Outer Worlds, but I haven't even touched that in like a week and a half. So, am I even a gamer anymore?
Call yourself a gamer?
Yeah,
I was
right?
gonna say, it didn't even need to be said, but I had to say it.
That's my core identity. Like, if I'm not a gamer, I don't know who I am anymore, man.
I don't think anybody knows who you are either.
No, they don't. After 35 episodes, everybody is still like,
to thine own self be true.
Ooh. First off, know thyself, my friend. That's a good one. I don't know who quoted that or who said it first, but I'm sure you've seen that on like a tarot card or something where it's like know thyself, and it's like the sun, but the sun has a face on it. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish I knew all of that tarot stuff, but I don't. As much as I've seen it in my life, I feel like I know what the Hanged Man is, but I don't know what the Hanged Man is. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know what he stands for. I know it's a dude hanging, so I think it's a bad sign, but maybe it's a good sign. I don't fucking know anything about tarot, dude. I don't know anything about witchcraft. I wish I did, because it seems like good fun, but I also don't take any stock in that shit. Like, I just don't believe it. I wish I could believe it, but I don't. It seems like it boils down to everything I've heard. Every time I try to get into it, and I'm like, oh, let me listen to a podcast of like somebody who's a practical magic practitioner, magic with a MAGICK magic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they always get deep into magic. It, and they're deep magic from before the dawn of time. But they always go into, like, they always start with, like, super fucking vague bullshit concepts, and then they're like, yeah, well, all the information I'll unveil to you in my subscription service or my ebook for $12.99 a month, or, subscribe to my fucking Patreon and I'll unveil all the secrets of the universe to you. And it's like, well, obviously it's a fucking grift. Like, I'm not gonna get into that. So then it's like, how am I supposed to believe in magic if all the people who say that they know magic are just trying to get a fucking buck out of you? You know what I'm saying? That's fucking bullshit. How am I supposed to believe that shit? I want to believe that shit. I want to believe it so hard, but
you can't, because
you can't. You can't. They just don't. They're not gonna tell you the truth. They're not gonna take you on a ferry to Truth Island like we are here on this podcast. That's what this show is about. We're gonna bring you the truth, the hard truth.
And we're gonna do it on an island. We're gonna do it in about 10 episodes, maybe.
Broadcasting live from Truth Island, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. This is still just the intro.
This is where the episode starts. Truth Island. Here we are.
Woo! Man, what's a hard truth that you've had to learn recently? Because I don't know, I just went off on a fucking rant about witchcraft and bullshit for a minute. And
a hard truth I've had to learn recently, I guess, is that water is a limited resource.
Ooh.
That, it like, it really is. It's,
water, Mizu, my dog. Huh.
Yeah, Mizu.
A limited resource. How so? How have you come across that in your life? You know what? Actually, that's a very funny thing that you say that, because like my water was shut off literally yesterday. There was some water main break or sewage line break in 4 or 5 buildings down from my apartment. But they shut off the water in the entire fucking apartment complex. So, like, I wake up, and I'm like, okay, let me go through my morning routine. I have a really solid morning routine. I feel really good about everything I do in the morning and feel good to start my day, but it's like, well, I can't take a shower. Well, I can't fucking brush my teeth. I can't rinse out my fucking blender after I make a protein drink. What? Yeah, what the fuck am I supposed to do for the rest of the day if I can't use water in the morning? You know, fuck me, right? Bend me over a fucking barrel.
Running water sucks.
It fucking sucks, dude. Like, like, is that how people in, like, crazy third world country Africas feel every day? They're just like, man, I fucking wish we had running water. I wish we didn't have to walk 30 miles to the river to scoop up a jug of water to bring back so we could use it in a daily.
Probably, yeah. I mean, that probably really sucks, dude.
Probably sucks.
That probably sucks dick to have to walk 20 miles just for a goddamn, like, 5 gallons of water or whatever.
Yeah, like 5 gallons. I burned through fucking 5 gallons in the first hour of my day, bro.
Jesus Christ. There are a lot of things you can do to not do that, but...
I probably could cut back on my water usage, but you know what? I like
but
it.
I need it. I need water.
Like it.
We need water. We do need water.
We need it. We literally need it, man. If I can't have a cup of coffee and 3 cups of water within the first hour of my morning, my whole day is fucking shot, dude.
My God, can you imagine like only doing that like a week? Like only have 4 cups of water a week.
Oh, dude. Like, yeah, you have, like, 1 cup of water a day, and that's, like, your dinner. Fuck that. That's terrible. We need to help people like that, right? We need to fucking... Yeah. We should start a foundation.
We should. The Scumbag Foundation for water rights. I mean, God damn. It's amazing how much people go through water. Like, even at the little tiny store I work at, like, I think about how many bottles, like, cases, 24-pack, you know, whatever, 8 ounce. Is that a lot? I mean, you know, a standard water bottle size.
Yeah, a standard water bottle is like 16 ounces, I think. Yeah.
But it's like 7 cases a week of that.
Oh, my God. A week?
A week, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm in a very small store. I mean, I'm only supplying like maybe 2 businesses with this water. They buy it constantly, regularly, every week.
And that's just the bottled water. That's not like all the gallons of Mountain Dew that you sell on a daily basis.
Oh, sure. I mean,
right?
they come in, they get like a drink or whatever, and it's only $1 to get a fountain drink because
it's just syrup and
it's
water.
super cheap.
Yeah.
Just it depends on how you market it. But that shit is cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
But water isn't,
man.
But there is water. Water is always a cost. It's always a cost that you have to figure into like everything.
Damn, dude. That's a challenge for our listeners this next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whenever we put out another episode after this one. Who fucking knows? Think about your water usage. Think about how much you use in a day, and then, like, I don't know, take a second to appreciate the fact that you can use X amount of water per day.
For the most part, it is probably clean.
Yeah, it's mostly clean.
Drink it out of your tap.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something to consider.
Just the fact that you could, like, take a shower for 30 minutes. That's a long shower.
That's a very long
shower. Yeah, probably not. But I'd say about 10 minutes is about average what I take a shower with. But, like, I could also open my mouth in the shower and, like, rinse out my gullet without worrying about, I don't know, E. coli or what the fuck ever is in water.
It's in
dirty. I don't know, dirty fucking nasty parasites and shit. My water's it's pretty filtered. It's filtered pretty okay, I think. You know, it's enough that, like, if I swallow a little bit of water in the shower, I'm not worried about getting a tapeworm or something. Like, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So take a second to appreciate your ability to use some good ass water, some clean H2O.
I only bring it up because it's been hot as fuck.
Yes, it has. Oh my god.
What's up with this shit?
It's fucking sucked. It sucked. Like, I have recently learned how great sunlight is, and I've been sitting outside in the mornings, like, while I have my cup of coffee and soaking in some sunlight and really getting that fucking vitamin D absorption. And that's a new thing for me, but recently it's been like, fuck, man, it's been hot as shit. I don't want to go outside and absorb vitamin D. I don't feel like sweating so much. I shaved. I've been meaning to bring this up for like a solid month now, but I shaved my chest and belly, and because it was real hot, and I was like, oh, it's summertime, I'm gonna shave this, it's gonna feel great. And it doesn't feel great. Ladies and gentlemen, don't shave your fucking chest and stomach. If you have a hairy chest and stomach, don't fucking do it. Just keep it. Just keep your hair. Because it's like,
it's built
now
to keep
I'm all
the heat
sticky.
Out.
Yeah, like I sweat, and then like my shirt gets all sticky, and it feels gross. I feel like a disgusting fucking monster. I've tried to like,
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's super gross. I've tried to like take pictures of myself shirtless just to see the progress I'm making and trying to get like cut, and it's gross. I look at myself while I'm shaved and my chest and stomach shaved, and I look like a fucking 5-year-old kid, but like a really fat 5-year-old kid. So you know, I fucking hate myself. Anyway, I hate myself, ladies and gentlemen. That's the main takeaway from this section.
The main takeaway is that the hair is meant to keep you cool. We are just monkeys after all. Like, legitimately.
We really are monkeys. And man, I love a banana.
But we don't want to be all hairy. Unfortunately, the hair does make you cooler. Like, it's a weird fucking, like, you wouldn't think it would, but it does.
Yeah, you don't think it would. You know, you look at Burt Reynolds and you're like, man, that dude, that's a hairy motherfucker. I bet he's hot all the time. But no, he's cool.
No,
he's
cool
like super cool.
Like, he doesn't have to worry about it because he's so hairy.
He's so the hair makes him cool. And it's counterproductive. It's really weird. It doesn't make any sense. And then, like, in the winter, homie's hot as fuck. It's warm. It's so...
but it also
like, defies
heat,
physics.
Baby.
Yeah.
Chest hair insulates the heat, too. It's weird. It's like we evolved to, you know, survive in a way.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's like the hobbits had it right when they ran around barefoot, but they had hairy ass feet, and they're just hairy ass short
feet
motherfuckers.
Never got sunburnt.
No, you never see a hobbit with a sunburn. They got it down lock, dude. They got it right. I always wanted, because I'm a fucking loser fantasy nerd, and I always wanted to be an elf, like because they're so beautiful, they're so sexy, and I just wanted to be sexy, you know. I wanted to be a hot dude, but in reality, I'm really more like a hobbit. I'm a fucking short piece of shit, and I've got hairy body parts and curly ass hair, and yeah, but you know, I'm a fucking hobbit, and I just have to accept it. I just have to accept that fact.
I mean, that's okay. I mean, most elves are racist.
Yeah, you're right.
So, you're not a racist.
You're right. The elves are usually depicted as racist pieces of shit. So
and they usually are racist pieces of shit. I'm a racist piece of shit. Against elves. Only elves.
But god damn it, they're beautiful, and I just want to be beautiful. I just want to be beautiful. You know, would you accept being racist? To be beautiful, Elliot. I guess. Fuck, you're right. I when you put it that way, I hadn't thought about it that way, but I guess Hitler wanted the elven race to rise again. Hitler that was really his goal.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he was. If we go by Lord of the Rings,
if you go by Tolkien lore, and then even then, most of like Wizards of the Coast, Forgotten Realms, D&D lore is based off of Tolkien lore anyway, so elves you might as well.
Super racist.
Elves are just super racist, man. Even the wood elves who have like dark hair and live amongst the trees, they still don't like other races hanging out in the forest. Like, it's too bad. It's too bad that they're so goddamn good looking, but they're also just so goddamn racist. It's just, you know, can you, it's sort of like attractive. It's really not. It's kind of like the crazy hot scale for women. Like, you know, you have a super crazy hot lady who's also incredibly crazy. For elves, it's like, it's the same thing. It's hot, but racist. It's a hot racist scale. It's like the hotter they are, the more racist they are.
Like the worst part is that they like can mate with other races too. Like always, like they're compatible. You know, from a biological.
Yeah, from a biological standpoint, like half elves are incredibly common, but then usually a problem in that fantasy lore is that like they're pure blood elves. They're that is a problem. That is a problem in fantasy lore, is that rape elves exist, and that sucks.
It's probably more rape everything exists.
Rape is a real big issue in a lot of fantasy things.
It's kind of glossed over sometimes, but you know, it's always there.
Yeah.
Like even with like Elder Scrolls stuff, it's like there's always a little hint of rape in there somewhere.
Just a touch of rape.
We're not making light of it. We're just
no.
You know.
No, I don't like it, but it's a realistic thing amongst humans. Unfortunately, it exists, and I wish that we could stamp it out and just be done with rapists and racists. Rapists are a real big problem.
Been a very big problem since the insemination of American culture.
God damn, it usually goes hand in hand too. I mean, you pull all the rapists in a prison, and they're probably racist too. Maybe that's why the words are so similar. Racist, rapist. It's only like one syllable difference.
It's just one letter.
And honestly,
more than one letter. But yeah.
No, it actually is probably one letter. Yeah. That's a one letter difference, and that's probably why they're so similar, and they're equally bad. That's
very bad. I mean
that's the stance that I'm willing to take and say that rapists and racists are bad. That's what I want to say.
Don't want to know them. Don't want to know about them.
Nope. Fuck you. If you're a racist or a rapist out there,
or any combination of the two,
or any, if you're a raw, if you're a piss, if you're a cyst, then fuck you. I can say that confidently.
Me too. This podcast is not for you.
No, you take a hard hit stop right now if you're one of those kinds of people.
Or both of those kinds of people.
So now that all those people are gone, I want to get down to the nitty gritty of this show, and that's I don't know. I don't have I don't have a grand scheme of things, man. I'm just fucking going.
We didn't have a grand scheme of things going into this episode.
No, we did not. I was trying to look at my notes. The only notes I looked at was that list of anime. So, whatever. What the fuck ever? You know what I'm saying, dude?
I
fucking
agree.
Stupid. So, we're back, everybody. Anyway, thanks for...
Midwest Scumbag is back.
Welcome to the show. That was just the intro, and we're gonna get right into it now with the question: is hay fever just allergies?
Is hay fever just allergies?
I feel like it is.
You'll find out next time on Midwest Scumbag.
Yep, we'll dive right into it. Starting off episode, I don't know, probably 36 will be the one after this one.
We'll remember.
We'll remember for sure. I'm definitely not super drunk, and my memory is 100% intact.
I'm going to remember everything about this episode.
Yep.
After I hit the stop button. Right now.
Right now.